People always remember their first love, but love is fleeting. Rejection is forever, you know? I'll tell you the story of my first rejection, of many. But my first one, I was in 7th grade, and I was the shortest kid in 7th grade. Actually, that's not true. I was tied with another kid. His name is Brian, and I probably should change his name eventually. That's his real name. But like, we were always battling for who was the shortest. You know what I mean? You know, we were always neck and neck, literally. Just... And here's the thing, we should have been friends. We hated each other. We got bullied together. We got shoved into lockers next to each other with the door closed. The tall kids, which was everybody, they called it going shrimping. They go, we're going shrimping! By the way, I grew up in New Jersey. I don't know why they were Southern, but we're going shrimping. By the way, here's what I learned inside of a locker. I don't know if you knew this. You know those slits in the locker where people would like pass notes? There's no actual function for those things. It's only to keep kids who are bullied alive. That was the 90s school system. The 90s school system was like, look, we're not gonna stop the bullying, but we will keep him breathing till lunch. Okay, so the rejection, all right? I get out of the locker, and it was the night of the school dance, right? It was a 7th grade dance. I was very excited, because there'd be girls there. I wasn't gonna talk to any of them, but the idea of it was exciting. We walk in, and the tall kids, which again was everybody, make us stand back to back. Me and Brian back to back. And I don't know if it was what I ate that day, or what I was wearing, my shoes, but I beat him. I beat him by this much. And everybody started cheering. It remains the greatest moment of my entire life. And I'm married with a kid. But it was short-lived. I got way too cocky. I beeline it across the dance floor up to this girl, Maggie, very pretty. And I go, hey, I'm Dan Altano. She goes, oh, you know what? I know who you are. I was like, oh, from the measuring contest thing? She goes, no, you're that short guy with the really mature face. I couldn't quite tell what she meant, but I had a feeling she meant no. That's the thing about middle school girls. Middle school girls won't just reject you. They'll say no and then tell you why. She's like, no, I will not dance with you, and also, I have some feedback. All right? Your face is too old for your tiny little body. How do I put this, Dan? Your body looks like you're too short to ride a roller coaster, but your face looks like the guy who operates the roller coaster. I was like, you could have just said no. So I'm walking in the hallway and I'm sad. And who do I bump into but Brian? He's sad from the measuring contest. I'm sad from the rejection. I put my arm around him and I shoved him into a fucking locker. I was like, we're going tripping, baby! We're going tripping! Shoot it! But I want to leave you on a bit of a PSA, because I talk about having a kid a lot. For those of you who have a kid or know a kid, after the show, don't give me advice. It's never good advice. I asked my best friend for advice when my wife got pregnant. I'm like, listen, you have a kid, I'm having a kid, what should I do? He goes, all right, you and your wife are having a kid, but you and your wife still have to remember to keep the flame alive. I was thinking more like, how do I keep the baby alive? All right, how should I keep the flame alive in my wife? He goes, all right, to keep the flame alive, you and your wife should try role-playing. You know, like you pretend to be other people. I don't want to know what my wife's fantasy is. It's not going to be me. I tried it once. I'm like, honey, tonight, you be a sexy nurse. She was like, ooh, okay. You be Dave from down the hall. From apartment 3B? All right. It's just so realistic. Don't you want me to be like a hot cop or a fireman? She goes, no, be a lawyer. Dave's a lawyer. Eventually I was like, you want me to just get Dave? I mean, at this point, I'll just go knock and get him. She goes, no, it's Wednesday. He plays tennis on Wednesday. I'm like, what? I was like, can I just be anybody else? Can I please just be anybody else? She goes, all right, you be a short guy with a really mature face. I was like, hell yeah, that I can do. I'm Dan Altano, everybody. Thank you so much.